Good afternoon. It is a terrific Tuesday in the beautiful city of Gary. And guess where I am? I sent out some texts, some emails, made some posts, putting the tease out there that there is an R&B celebrity headed to Gary, Indiana. He looks like one, but it's not him. But he's responsible for making sure that the one and only Syleena Johnson is coming to Gary, Indiana. Friends, welcome to another WHITT session featuring entrepreneur extraordinaire Daryl Biddings, owner of the Loft. Say the second part of it. Is it a Loft? Adiq?
Loft Adiq.
Loft Adiq, like as an addict, you
That's
know.
what it is.
Downtown Gary, Indiana. We're right in the 700 block of Broadway.
Yes, 752 to be exact.
All right. So, Daryl, you reached out to me with this exciting news, and before I could even put an agreement together, I was like, yes, yes, and yes
You
again,
sure
because you are bringing Syleena Johnson here in November.
Yes,
Talk
ma'am.
to me about how that came about, and then we'll roll it back and talk about this amazing space.
Okay, well, we've always wanted to have celebrities in our city. We've been known to actually have a slightly bad reputation.
Slightly,
but we wanted to actually change people's ideas about that. And for years, we've actually we've had quite a few celebrities here, but I wanted to reach out to more of the R&B clientele.
Yeah.
So we said one of our favorites would be Syleena Johnson. So
Absolutely.
we spoke about that, and we made a couple of phone calls and got in touch with her booking manager, and we made it happen.
He is making it happen. 752 Broadway in Gary, Indiana. So it's Saturday, November 5th, right where we're sitting. I
Yes.
said I had to do the WHITT session right here on stage. Syleena Johnson will be
Yes.
right here.
Yes.
So talk to me about ticket sales, and I'm so excited that you have partnered with another local entrepreneur to use his ticket platform
Yes.
to sell the tickets. So it's just all small
Yes.
black businesses all together.
Yes. TicketMe.com is where the tickets can be purchased. The doors open at 8 p.m. Pre-sale tickets are $35. So
That's
if you
it?
Go, yes, that's
Okay.
it. So if you go on to TicketMe.com, you can actually see our different table packages
Okay.
as well as section packages.
Okay.
And each package comes with bottle service as well. So you choose your bottle of your choice, and come in and have a great time with us that night.
So I want to be clear, Ticket Me is Ticket M-E-E. So it's like
Yes.
ticketme.com.
Absolutely.
And that is owned by our good friend and my colleague, Antoine Clements. And so
Yes.
he has his business out of Hammond.
Yes.
I connected the two of you.
Yes.
You move forward with that, and it's a
Yes.
real easy platform. Forget
It
it.
is.
Right. We're doing local.
That's right.
Go to ticketme.com and get your tickets to Syleena Johnson. Now, Daryl, you and I talk all the time. We're in the same age group, so we talk a lot about things that cater to the grown folks,
Yes,
right? We don't
absolutely.
want any riffraff.
Right.
We don't stay out late. We
Right.
get sleepy sometimes, and we want quality entertainment with a grown atmosphere.
Yes.
You
Yes.
are creating that here at the Loft. Talk to me about that second level, next level, what we got going on upstairs.
Well, within the next couple of months, hopefully it'll be before the springtime, because we're diligently working throughout the fall and the winter. But we have private areas up there as well, which will be available for guests to actually book for small or larger events.
Ooh,
And,
so if I have
we're
a new
excited.
client that I want to
Yes.
woo and impress about my beautiful city, I
Yes,
just bring
yes.
them to the Loft, and we can have our meeting upstairs and then come
Absolutely.
downstairs and enjoy ourselves.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes.
If you're just tuning in, where have you been? It's a WHITT session with Daryl Biddings, owner of the Loft Adiq. 752 Broadway here in Gary, Indiana. Mark your calendars. November 5th, Syleena Johnson will be gracing the stage. Now, Daryl, are there other performers ahead of her? Is there an opening act?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yes. The band for the night, the featured band for the night, is Rick Rhodes and John Refree.
Okay.
And they're an awesome band.
Okay.
They've played here quite a few times. Actually, we've done quite a bit of business together.
Okay.
They did their own night for months. But we've hired them in on a few occasions to actually be our house band.
Okay.
So that particular night, Rick Rhodes and John Refree is the band for the night. We have another local artist by the name of Arlene Taylor. She's a vocalist.
And then we also know Arlene Taylor.
Yes.
Okay.
And we also, she's a personal friend of ours. Okay. And we also have a young lady by the name of Syleena Love. And she's
coming in.
Yes, I'm flying her out.
Give me some up top.
I'm flying her out.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
She's going to be our host for the evening, and she's going to be performing as well.
I have to tag her in this video.
Yeah. The combination of Rick Rhodes and John Murphy and Syleena hosting, because they've worked with each other quite a few times before.
Yeah.
And the magic that they create, man, is something that you all would really believe that would be at a larger venue like the Horseshoe or something like that. But the type of entertainment that they give us, you all don't want to miss that.
Yeah, it's a cozy, intimate, grown environment at a reasonable price.
Very reasonable.
And I'm just going to, just for those who aren't totally familiar with Gary, we're born, raised, bred, breathe, sleep Gary.
That's right.
But there's somebody watching like, okay, I'm from the suburbs, I'm from somewhere else. How safe are we going to be, Daryl?
Well, we're really safe in this area. This area is being revitalized. We have new developments going on in this area, and we're glad to be a part of that new development. We have plenty of street parking. The street parking is lit.
And it's free.
Yes, it is. Free parking. And we have security that actually makes sure that the women are getting to their vehicles. But it's a safe environment.
Yeah, I just needed you to say that.
Yes, warm and friendly atmosphere.
And speaking of warm, the heat is on in here. Hello, NIPSCO. It feels great in here.
Yes.
And so now it's time for me to share my experience here at the Loft.
Yes.
We had I'm dating myself, but we had our 20th, I think it was my 20th high school reunion after party here. And so I was one of the organizers, and we were trying to convince our classmates to come home. It's like, it's going to be fine, it's going to be fine. They were sweeping around us, Daryl. You were trying to close up, and we're still on the stage dancing.
Yes.
It was amazing. And I've been here many times since.
I know it.
But that was one of the nights that stands out in my mind to say, I'm down the street. I live down the street, and I can have this kind of time. Now, I sweated my hair out, so I had to handle that for the reunion weekend. But anyway, it was one of those kind of times that you will always remember. You go back, you look at the pictures and say, this was in Gary.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And we're always told that we didn't think that the place looks like this. We just wasn't expecting it. And we've always made it our mission to exceed people's expectations.
I like that.
We were on a budget when we first opened, and now things have been a lot better. So I'm so excited about that second floor. It's gonna blow your mind.
I'm excited too.
It's gonna really be nice.
And we were talking about the history of this building too. I remember as a little girl coming with my mom here to shop for furniture. So you can imagine how open the walls are, how high the ceilings are. But you're going to find out when you come on November 5th, right? When you come to see Syleena Johnson, right? When you go to ticketme.com and get your $35 tickets or your bottle service, your VIP. This makes an amazing date night. So I know you and wifey will be tucked over somewhere in the corner somewhere.
I'm going to find us a table.
Okay.
But I know I'm going to be moving around working, but hopefully I can actually sit down and really enjoy the show, because most of the times when it's a party crowd, I'm always working. But when we have bands, live entertainment and things like that, I like to really sit down and enjoy the atmosphere. So I'm going to make it a promise to actually try to sit down and enjoy that show that night.
Okay. Now, as a club owner, I can't help it. I got this whole Power Ghost vibe going on. Does anybody ever compare you to Ghost and Omari Hardrick? You walk through the club and you get the seat from up high.
When I put my suits on, they always say that. It's fun, and it's an honor. A lot of times we look at movies or series and things like that, and we actually say, hey, I wish I can do this and I can do that. But it's funny because certain things about Ghost life.
Not
all the other stuff. It reflects on things that I've seen myself, and it just so happened that we did a movie set down here, the G.
Oh.
And I actually played in that movie.
Oh, you got a side hustle going on.
It was cool. Well, we didn't get paid anything, but it was just fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. Just the talking to real actors and sitting down and listening to their philosophies on life and work ethics and things like that. You know, it taught me quite a bit.
Yeah.
Taught me quite a bit.
Well, before we get out of here, I also want to just comment on you being a business owner in the city of Gary. You know, that's we share in common, and we just talk about it's not for the faint at heart, but we grind for our city. And you indicated that you had to run home and change because you were here doing what? Construction
work. Revitalizing the building, you know, just making sure things are cozy and comfortable and eye-appealing to our guests that come in here. We're always working, we're always making enhancements just to make sure that people come in and they say, wow, we weren't expecting this. So
creating a wow factor.
Absolutely.
752 Broadway, Gary, Indiana, the Loft, Adiq, Saturday, November 5th. Doors open at 8 o'clock. Syleena Johnson, the one and only Syleena Johnson. I met her in Detroit at the Black Women's Expo. So, hey, girl.
Yes.
She is coming to Gary. About time you coming to our neck of the woods. Syleena, come on. I know she's been in Chicago, but you are coming to Gary proper. But I am extending an invitation to all my Chicago friends, my friends in the suburbs. It's time for you all to come to the G if you haven't already. Darrell, what high school did you go to?
The only high school in Gary, Lou Wallace.
Here we go.
L-Dub.
Okay. I'm going to give it to you.
I didn't hear about any other high schools.
You didn't hear about it? Well, here I am. Here on, is this thing on to report that West Side High School is the school. Okay, we won't get into that. But that's that love we have in Gary, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Our love for our city, our love for our neighborhoods, and us staying here to make it a better place. And so if you could talk to the young people who are in the throes of their education, thinking about going to college, going off to trade school, going to the military, what would you tell them to say to come back?
Well, what I would most definitely want to share with them is you're going to have a lot of people that don't believe in your dream. And, you know, you hate to say that because they don't believe in your dream, sometimes it's because they don't believe that they can accomplish those things themselves. And I've had plenty of instances in my life like that. And, you know, I was very resilient. And then with my family behind me and, you know, people encouraging me, true friends and true loved ones encouraging me. And, you know, we stuck through a lot of hardships and we made it happen. So what I want to tell those youngsters that are out there is don't allow anyone to actually deter you from shooting for the stars, because if you believe in it yourself, you have to start acting it out, and then you're going to make other people's believers. And that right there is a philosophy that I've actually learned over the years, and I love it. I love being an underdog, and I actually love proving to people that just because you don't think it can happen, you know.
So these are
when
just
you run
all
into
facts.
someone like myself and Miss C. WHITT here, you're gonna see that when you put your mind to things, they can actually transpire into greatness.
Greatness. What a great way to wrap up this CWIT session. I'm going to say it one more time. 752 Broadway, the Loft, Adiq. We are going to be welcoming the one and only Syleena Johnson. We have a house band. We have Elena Love. Come on, Chica from LA. And it's going to be a phenomenal time. I can't believe you are starting at $35. We're going to go back and watch this video in the future and say, ha! $35, please. We were like, valet. But we do that because we support one another.
That's right.
And I'm asking all of you, support this brother. Support this brother. Go to ticketme.com. That's ticket, M-E-E, all one word, .com. Select your package. Give it as a gift. a gesture of I'm sorry, whatever you need to do,
Yeah.
be in the house on November 5th, Saturday night. Gary
Yes.
is going to be jumping. Now, you said the doors open at 8?
Doors open at 8.
Okay.
And Syleena will be putting on a show.
Okay.
It's not a couple of songs and a high and a bye.
Okay.
She's actually going to be putting on a show.
It's a
we
concert.
made sure. Yes.
Okay. It's in the fine print.
Yes,
okay.
absolutely.
Well, I am so excited for you. I want to shout out your wife. Shout your
Yes.
wife out.
Angela Biddings.
Ange,
Yes.
thank you for this connection. Ange
Yes,
told
she
Daryl.
told, exactly.
That's what wives are for. We're like, honey,
Yes.
you need to do this.
Yes.
Well, we are putting a little seaweed sauce on this event.
That's right.
It will sell out. I always look in the camera, and I'm trying to tell you now, it will sell out. Do not inbox me
Yes.
later telling me to ask Daryl, to ask the man
Right.
at the door to let me in. Just go ahead and get your ticket now, and you won't have to worry about that.
Absolutely.
Ticketme.com. And you kind of indicated there's more coming down the pike. Without
Yes.
letting the cat out the bag, what can we expect from the Loft moving forward?
Well, you're going to have a lot of old school artists. I don't want to say old school
Yeah.
artists, but I guess with our age group, we're considered old school now.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I will too.
'Cause I'm not broke anymore.
That's
How
right.
about that?
And we're seasoned.
Yes.
That's what it is.
I
We're
like it.
seasoned.
I like
and we
it.
have quite a few artists that we do have lined up. So every 30 to 45 days, you're going to be able to come and enjoy some good soulful singing with the help of a live band down here at the Loft.
Well, you'll also
Yes.
have the help of WHITT.
Yes.
Making sure that we spread the word. Something else is amazing happening in the city of Gary, and we are just getting started. You have been watching a WHITT session. A WHITT session is a pop-up interview in a pop-up location with a surprise guest. And my amazing guest, who has given us so much knowledge, wisdom, and experience, is none other than Daryl Biddings, owner of Loft Adiq at 752 Broadway in Gary, Indiana. Daryl, thank you for being on the show.
And thank you for being a great interviewer.
Oh, well, thank you. And we will see you November 5th.
See you November 5th.
Bye.